Hello, this video is about inductive arguments and whether they are strong or weak, cogent or uncogent. This is a lot like deductive arguments in validity and soundness and unsoundness, except that with strong, an argument is strong if it is improbable, not impossible. Remember, in validity, an argument that is valid it's impossible that this happened. But for a strong argument, it's improbable. It's not that it can't happen, it's just not likely. That the conclusion is false given that the premises are true. In other words, there's less than 50% chance that the conclusion is false given that the premises are true. And then a cogent argument is going to be one that is strong, and then it has true premises. Now imagine that. If it's improbable that the conclusion is false given the premises are true, and the premises are in fact true, then the conclusion is likely to be true. So I got an example over here on this side of the board here to help you out a little bit. I have had 4 Chevy trucks. They were reliable. My new truck is a Chevy, therefore it is probably reliable. Now, there's no guarantee that it's reliable, and given that I've had 4 Chevy trucks and they were all reliable, that makes it likely the new one's reliable, but again, it could be that that one's a lemon. So, but whatever the case, it is a strong argument. It's impossible that this conclusion is false given that the premises are true. Now, on the other hand, suppose we change this to I have had 4 red trucks, and they were reliable. My new truck is red, so it is probably reliable. Notice that's a weak argument because the color of the truck really has no bearing on the reliability of the truck. The brand, certainly. The color, not. So this would make for a weak argument. Now, let's go to some real life examples here that can illustrate these concepts. Most Democrats support the ACA, Obamacare. Biden is a Democrat. Therefore, he probably supports the ACA. Now, if these premises are true, this conclusion is likely to be true. If most Democrats do indeed support the ACA and Joe Biden is a Democrat, then it's likely that he supports the ACA. Now, not only is it strong, it also has true premises. Most Democrats do support the ACA, and Biden is a Democrat, so it's likely that he supports it. Of course, we all know that since he was part of Obama's administration, he probably supports it anyway. But nonetheless, this is a strong argument precisely because the premises support the conclusion, and it's cogent because those premises are in fact true. Now, let's look at a little different example. I won't erase this. I'll leave it up here for a little bit. How about this? Use a little different color, make it more interesting. Let's see, David Duke, Arthur Jones, and Paul Nelson. Sorry, I had to look down to see how to spell Nelson. There's so many different ways to spell it. Are all Republicans and white supremacists. Therefore, most Republicans are white supremacists. Let's just abbreviate in the interest of time and speed here. White supremacists. Now, this argument is a weak argument. And it's a weak argument because it selects particular people that are self-avowed white supremacists. And they are also, have also run for office or are running for office now. As a result, you might conclude that all Republicans are white supremacists, but that's just not true. And it's not likely to be true based on this simple, small sample size of 3 people that are specifically selected to make a point. So this is a weak argument. Now, because it's weak, of course, it's uncogent. Now, we could have one of these as a as a strong argument with false premises. Suppose I said this: most Democrats support the ACA. Trump is a Democrat, so he supports the ACA. Now, again, this is a strong argument. If it's true that most Democrats support the ACA and Trump is in fact a Democrat, then it is likely that he supports the ACA. But it has a false premise. Trump is not a Democrat. Okay? So, notice here that you can have arguments that are strong with true premises. If you take out the Trump here and put in Biden, okay, it's strong with true premises, it's going to be a cogent argument. If you take out the Biden and leave in Trump, then you end up with a false premise. So it's strong, but it has a false premise, so it's uncogent. This one down here is just a weak argument. Okay, a small sample size like that, especially in politically charged times, is not going to make for a very strong argument. As a result, it is uncogent. I hope that helps you understand strength, weakness, cogency, and uncogency. If you have any questions, please email me.